Pragmatic as adjective. Based on experience, observation, or the facts of a situation, rather than on ideals, emotions, or assumptions. Practical and focused on getting things done, rather than being concerned with abstract ideas or theories. The pragmatic approach to problem-solving focuses on finding practical solutions that work. The CEO's pragmatic leadership style helped the company weather the economic downer. The teacher's pragmatic teaching methods emphasize real-world applications of classroom concepts. The politician's pragmatic policies aim to balance the needs of different constituencies. The engineer's pragmatic design philosophy prioritizes functionality over aesthetics. Eclectic as adjective. Comprised of a diverse range of elements or styles. Made up of elements drawn from a variety of sources. Her style was eclectic, mixing vintage and modern pieces to create a unique look. His taste in music was eclectic, ranging from classical to heavy metal. The restaurant had an eclectic menu, featuring dishes from all over the world. The museum had an eclectic collection of art, spanning different time periods and genres. The writer had an eclectic range of interests, from science fiction to history to poetry. Exacting as adjective. Demanding or requiring great attention to detail and accuracy. Having high standards or strict requirements. The job demands exacting attention to detail. The teacher had very exacting standards for his students' essays. The work required a high degree of exacting precision. The project was an exacting challenge, but ultimately rewarding. The artist's exacting technique produced stunningly realistic portraits. Snide as adjective. Expressed in a sneering or condescending tone. Sarcastic or mocking in an indirect or teasing manner. She made a snide remark about her colleague's outfit. He couldn't help but make a snide comment about the food. The manager's snide attitude towards his employees was discouraging. She gave me a snide look, implying that I had done something wrong. His snide sense of humor made some people uncomfortable. Edifying as adjective. Enlightening or uplifting in nature. Providing moral or intellectual instruction or improvement. The documentary was both entertaining and edifying, teaching viewers about the natural world. The teacher's edifying lesson on history inspired the students to learn more about the subject. The book provided an edifying account of the author's experiences traveling around the world. The speaker's edifying presentation on entrepreneurship motivated the audience to pursue their own business ideas. The museum's edifying exhibits provided a comprehensive look at the history of the region.
Soporific as adjective, having a calming or tranquilizing effect, causing drowsiness or sluggishness, inducing or tending to induce sleep. The soporific effects of the medication made her feel drowsy. The professor's soporific lecture put most of the students to sleep. The book's soporific prose made it difficult to stay engaged. The repetitive nature of the job was soporific and tedious. The music had a soporific quality that helped her relax.
Transitory as adjective. Lasting only for a short time. Temporary or ephemeral. Not permanent or enduring. Passing or transient. The transitory nature of youth. The transitory beauty of a sunset. The transitory feeling of excitement. The transitory nature of fame. The transitory nature of a dream. Prolific as adjective. Producing or capable of producing an abundance or large number of something, especially in a short period of time. Yielding or generating an abundant or abundant quantity of a particular substance or result. The prolific writer has published 10 novels in the last 5 years. The artist was known for her prolific output of paintings. The scientist made many groundbreaking discoveries during her prolific career. The musician is a prolific composer with over 500 songs to his name. The athlete had a prolific season, setting several records and winning numerous awards. Myopic is adjective, narrow-minded and short-sighted, lacking a broader perspective or vision, unable to see things that are far away clearly, having a visual defect causing distant objects to appear blurred. The company's myopic focus on short-term profits led to long-term financial difficulties. The politicians' myopic approach to policy-making failed to address the needs of the entire population. The myopic view of the world from a narrow perspective can lead to misunderstandings and conflict. The artist's myopic attention to detail resulted in a masterpiece of intricate and delicate work. The myopic patient struggled to read the small letters on the eye chart.
Sedulous is adjective, diligent and persistent in one's efforts or work, showing hard work and careful attention to detail. The sedulous student studied for hours every day. The sedulous researcher spent years collecting data for the study. The sedulous employee always arrived early and stayed late. The sedulous artist spent months perfecting her painting. The sedulous entrepreneur worked tirelessly to grow her business.
Presumptuous as adjective, boldly presuming or assuming without proper justification, overstepping one's bounds or showing excessive confidence, especially by making assumptions or taking liberties that are not warranted. He was being presumptuous to assume that she would automatically agree to his proposal. Her presumptuous behavior made everyone feel uncomfortable. It's presumptuous to assume that you know what someone else is thinking. He made a presumptuous comment that showed he didn't understand the situation. It's presumptuous to think you know what someone else wants. Churlish as adjective, rude and boorish in behavior or manners, characterized by a lack of civility or graciousness. His churlish behavior towards his co-workers made it difficult for him to work effectively in a team. The customer's churlish demeanor towards the waiter caused tension in the restaurant. The politician's churlish remarks were criticized for being unprofessional and offensive. The child's churlish refusal to share her toys upset the other children at the daycare. The athlete's churlish attitude towards the referees resulted in several penalties. Specious is adjective, appearing to be true or valid, but actually being false or misleading, having a deceptive or false appearance of being reasonable or well-founded. The company's claims of environmentally friendly practices were specious, as they continued to pollute the air and water. The politician's arguments were specious and lacked evidence. The salesman's promises were specious and turned out to be empty. The writer's specious reasoning undermined the credibility of the entire article. The defendant's alibi was deemed specious by the prosecutor. Myriad as adjective, consisting of a very large number, having countless number or amount. The concert venue offers a myriad of musical genres, from rock to classical to jazz. The company's website features a myriad of products and services. The artist's work was praised for its myriad of colors and textures. The city offers a myriad of cultural and recreational activities for visitors and residents. The myriad of options for dining out in the city can be overwhelming.
Cogent as adjective, logically convincing and clear, relevant and well supported by evidence. The lawyer presented a cogent argument that persuaded the jury to reach a verdict in favor of her client. The author made a cogent case for why we need to take climate change seriously in her latest book. The scientist's cogent explanation of the experiment's results helped the students to understand the concept better. The CEO's cogent speech at the conference impressed the audience and earned her a standing ovation. The politician's cogent proposal to address the issue of income inequality gained support from both sides of the aisle.
Irascible as adjective. Easily angered or irritated. Prone to temperamental outbursts. Quick to take offense. Touchy or easily provoked. The irascible boss frequently loses his temper. She has an irascible personality and is difficult to work with. The irascible customer became angry when the store was out of stock. The politician is known for his irascible behavior in public. The irascible old man was always yelling at kids to get off his lawn.
Pyrrhic as adjective. Involving or characterized by great loss or sacrifice relative to the gains achieved, resulting in a victory or success that is outweighed by the costs or losses incurred. The team won the championship game, but it was a Pyrrhic victory as their star player suffered a career-ending injury. The company's aggressive cost-cutting measures resulted in a Pyrrhic savings, as they lost a significant portion of their workforce and saw a decline in productivity. The politicians' smear campaign against their opponent was a Pyrrhic tactic, as it ultimately backfired and caused a loss of support from voters. The military's decisive victory in the battle came at a Pyrrhic cost, with many soldiers losing their lives or suffering severe injuries. The environmental agency's compromise with the polluting industry was a Pyrrhic decision, as it failed to significantly reduce pollution levels and damaged the agency's credibility with the public.
Perennial as adjective. Lasting or existing for an indefinite length of time. Recurring repeatedly. The perennial problem of poverty continues to plague many countries around the world. The perennial debate over gun control shows no signs of being resolved. The perennial favorite movie of all time is often said to be The Godfather. The perennial flowers in the garden bloom every year without fail. The perennial student always seemed to be enrolled in classes and never graduated. Remiss is adjective. Careless or neglectful in performing a task or fulfilling an obligation. Neglectful in duty or responsibility. The teacher was remiss in not grading the students' papers on time. The company was remiss in not providing adequate safety training for its employees. The doctor was remiss in not following up with the patient about their test results. The parent was remiss in not supervising their child's online activities. The government was remiss in not addressing the issue of climate change sooner. Blatant as adjective. Obvious and intentional, not subtle or concealed. Showing or characterized by a lack of restraint or subtlety. The politicians' blatant lies were exposed by the media. The company's blatant disregard for safety regulations led to a major accident. The athlete's blatant cheating during the game was caught on camera. The actor's blatant disrespect towards the director caused tension on the set. The student's blatant plagiarism in his paper resulted in a failing grade. Ready to boost your English? Meet our vocabulary app, the fun and effective way to master the language. Books learn advanced words with examples and audio. Direct hit master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Video game enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Glow showing Europe Africa translate into 100+ languages, all in one app. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.